Hello and welcome back to a very special episode of A Cozy Christmas Podcast. Today marks episode 150 of A Cozy Christmas, and the fact that it was able to fall during the Christmas season makes it much more special. I don't know if I have huge plans on how to celebrate. I did ask out on the community in a podcast chat group I'm in, and I believe it was Jerry from the Totally Rad Christmas podcast suggested to celebrate I have ChatGPT write a Christmas story and then read it. That sounds like such an aberration to me, but I went ahead and did that. So I'm going to read to you a Christmas story written by AI. So, yikes. And also, due to high demands, Gracie is back. I couldn't help but decide that if anyone should be on the podcast for my 150th episode, it needed to be Gracie. She's probably been my biggest number one fan from the beginning. Was on the show at the beginning 4-5 years ago now, back in 2020. My goodness, how time has flown. And she and I both wish she had been on more than she has been, but you know what it is, the life of a busy teenager. But we recorded a bunch of things the other day, so I've got some new Gracie content coming your way if that interests you. I'm starting a new thing I'm calling Ask Gracie Anything. Several of you have sent in questions asking Gracie some things that happen to be on your mind. And if you want to participate in that, please send me an email at cozychristmaspodcast@gmail.com or just reach out to me on social media and ask your question for Gracie, and we'll record her answers for you. Okay, let's jump into an AI Christmas. Eeh. So first of all, I had ChatGPT create for me a podcast logo, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like how it looks. And that's the podcast art for today's episode. You can find it if you download it on different devices, but I'll have it posted on Instagram as well, what that would look like. It's not bad. There's a few weird symbol things on there, but overall it looks pretty good. So I went a little farther than just a story. And first of all, I asked ChatGPT, let's write a brand new Christmas song. And that's all the prompt I gave it. So it comes back with this song called The Joyful Light of Christmas Night, to the tune of a lively 6/8 melody. Now, I don't know what that means, so maybe some of you who are musicians can figure that out. But here's what Chatty came up with. Verse 1. The snow is falling pure and bright, a blanket soft, a wondrous sight, the world aglow with love divine, this holy season's sacred sign. And then verse 2. The shepherds kneel, their praises rise, angelic songs fill starry skies, a Savior born, the world redeemed, God's love revealed, a gift esteemed. Verse 3. Our hearts are warm, the fire glows, through every home His mercy flows, a time to give, a time to share, to spread His love beyond compare. And then the chorus goes like this. O joyful light of Christmas night, you shine with hope, you spark delight. The star of Bethlehem still gleams, fulfilling hearts with heaven's dreams. And then there's a bridge. Let every voice in harmony proclaim the Christ who sets us free. Rejoice, rejoice, the King is here, the Prince of Peace, so near, so dear. And then there is an outro that goes, so let us sing both far and near, the song of Christmas full of cheer, with hearts of love and spirits bright, we'll keep the joy of Christmas light. You know, it's kind of scary, but that's not bad. I mean, I've certainly heard worse, to be honest. Okay. I can't say I hate that. I don't know. This feels like a travesty, but I'm going to keep going. So that was A Christmas Carol, so it had more religious themes. So let's write a song about Santa Claus next. And again, I just gave it a prompt. Let's write a Christmas song about Santa Claus. That was it. So let's see what it comes up with. It is called Here Comes Santa, Ho Ho Ho, to the tune of a lively, upbeat swing melody. The night is crisp, the moon is high, the stars are twinkling in the sky. A jingle jangle fills the air. It's Santa Claus, he's everywhere. Verse 2. With a belly laugh and a wink so bright, he spreads the cheer on Christmas night. Down the chimney, through the snow, bringing joy where'er he goes. Verse 3. The stockings hung, the tree lights glow, a world of wonder, don't you know? So listen close, his bells with chime, it's Santa's magic Christmas time. And then the bridge is from house to house, from town to town, he won't stop till he's made his rounds. With a Merry Christmas loud and clear, he fills our hearts with holiday cheer. And the chorus goes, Ho, 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 he's on his way with toys and treats for Christmas Day. His sleigh is flying, the reindeer prance. It's Santa's night, so let's all dance. Ugh. Okay, maybe not the best rhyme pattern there, but then the outro goes, Ho, 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 the jolly sound. Santa's spreading joy around. Let's sing and laugh and let it show. Here comes Santa, ho, ho, ho. Okay, that one I didn't like as much. It seemed just very shallow, very trite. But I don't know, maybe you enjoyed that. Okay, now comes the part I've actually been dreading. All right, so this story is called The Night Clara Met Santa. And the prompts I gave is that it had to be between Santa and a little girl, and the little girl does not believe in Santa because her brothers told her that Santa isn't real. And so Santa has to convince her that he is, in fact, real. Well, so here goes. And if this goes horribly wrong, Jerry, I'm blaming you for ruining Christmas. So let's settle in here by the Christmas fire, and I'll read to you a story called The Night Clara Met Santa. Clara tugged her quilt up to her chin and tried to will herself to sleep. But how could she? It was Christmas Eve. The soft glow of moonlight lit up her bedroom, and the faint sound of carolers echoed in the distance. Despite her parents' assurances that Santa wouldn't come unless she was asleep, her excitement refused to let her eyelids close. Her brothers had spent the entire day teasing her. Santa isn't real, Clara, said Greg, the eldest, smirking over his plate of Christmas cookies. Dad buys the presents and Mom eats the cookies. Even Tommy, who is only 2 years older than her, had joined in. Yeah, and who puts carrots out for the reindeer? That's just a waste of perfectly good snacks. Clara frowned at the thought of them. They were so wrong, weren't they? She couldn't wait any longer. She slipped out of bed, tiptoeing in her fuzzy slippers to the door. If Santa was real, she was going to prove it. Downstairs, the living room was bathed in the golden light of the fireplace. And there, standing in front of the tree, was a man in a red suit, his back to her. Clara's jaw dropped. He was placing a glittering ornament on the highest branch of the tree. Clara couldn't help it. Gotcha! The man, startled, nearly dropping the ornament. He turned around, his white beard quivering. Great balls of mistletoe! You scared the jingle bells out of me. You're Santa? Clara asked, narrowing her eyes. The one and only, he replied, puffing out his chest. Clara crossed her arms. I don't believe you. My brothers said you're not real. Santa chuckled. Brothers, eh? They're always the skeptics. Last week, a little boy told me I was just an elaborate marketing scheme. But here I am. Clara raised an eyebrow. You could just be a guy in a costume. Santa leaned against the fireplace mantel, his red coat catching the glow of the fire. Do guys in costumes deliver presents to billions of kids in one night? Do they eat a record-breaking number of cookies? Do they keep reindeer on their payroll? I don't know, Clara said, frowning. Do they? Santa sighed and plopped down on the armchair, which creaked ominously under his weight. All right, let's settle this. Ask me anything about Christmas, anything at all. I'll prove I'm the real deal. Clara tapped her chin. Okay, if you're really Santa, then why do we leave out cookies and milk? Santa grinned. Because I started it. Hundreds of years ago, I visited a family who had just baked fresh cookies. I couldn't resist. Next thing I know, it's a global tradition. And, might I add, your chocolate chip cookies upstairs smell delightful. Clara's eyes widened. You smelled them? Kid, I'm Santa. I can smell cookies through walls. She bit her lip. All right then, if you're Santa, where's your sleigh? On the roof, of course. Where else would it be? Do you think I parallel park it out front? Clara couldn't help but giggle at the thought of Santa fumbling with a parking meter. What about the reindeer? Let's just say Dasher and Dancer are currently arguing about who gets the last carrot. I'll sort them out later. Clara hesitated. But you're here now. How do you deliver all the presents so fast? Santa's eyes twinkled. Magic, my dear Clara. Lots and lots of magic. He leaned forward conspiratorially. Also, I have a subscription to a very efficient delivery service for backup. Don't tell anyone. Clara giggled again, but then her expression grew serious. Okay, last question. Why would you bother to decorate the tree? I thought you just delivered presents. Santa stood, brushing imaginary dust off his coat. Oh, well, that's part of the magic, too. Decorations remind us of the joy and beauty of the season. Plus, your dad's stringing skills are, let's say, questionable. Someone had to fix it. Clara burst out laughing. He did put the lights on backwards this year. Santa winked. Exactly. Now, young lady, you've got a choice to make. Do you believe, or do I need to pull out my naughty list? Clara stared at him for a long moment, taking in the twinkle in his eyes, the way his rosy cheeks seemed to glow, and how his presence filled the room with warmth. Slowly, she smiled. I believe you, she said. Smart girl, Santa replied, reaching into his sack and pulling out a small wrapped gift. Here, open this in the morning, and don't let your brothers get to you. They're on thin ice. Clara took the present, her heart soaring. Thank you, Santa. Now off to bed with you. The sooner you sleep, the sooner Christmas morning comes. Clara nodded and hurried up the stairs, clutching her gift. As she climbed back into bed, she could hear the faint jingle of bells and a booming laugh that echoed through the night. For the rest of her life, Clara would never doubt again. After all, she had met Santa, and he was the funniest man she'd ever known. All right, and again, that was The Night Clara Met Santa, a Christmas story written by ChatGPT, the AI monstrosity that will haunt all of our dreams. Okay, I have thoughts. Okay, first of all, it's not bad, honestly. In fact, I feel like there's a couple of places you could change some of the dialogue a little bit, and this would not be such a bad story, like on level with a children's story. All that to say, I don't think that AI should replace humans as storytellers. There's just something artificial about it. I think we really need to be careful about this technology, because I just know so many people who love to write and want to become writers, and to have, a machine come in and just take their job away from them before they even have a chance to write or publish anything, just to me seems like a scandal. But I thought I'd try it just for fun to see what this would be like. And, you know, it is what it is. Okay. You know what? I need a palate cleanser after that. So I do have an actual story written by an actual human to read to you today. The story is called Matchstick Mouse, Merry Little Christmas, and it's written by Morgan O'Brien. And he was kind enough to send me a copy of this. It's a children's book full of beautiful pictures and a very sweet story. And I'll leave a link in the show notes for you if you'd like to buy it. This is not a promotion or anything. I just think it's a great story. And if you have children you'd love to give a Christmas gift to, this would be one. I think you'd still have time to order it before Christmas time. Anyway, the book says, it's Christmas time, and Matchstick Mouse, Worm, and Cat Beetle are getting ready. This picture book from the creator of the Matchstick Mouse book series is a classic tale of friendship, togetherness, and the coziness of Christmas. Charming illustrations bring the warmth of the holidays to this perfect little family story. And so the story is copyright to Morgan O'Brien, and I am so grateful that he gave me permission to read it to you today. So, for real, let's settle in and listen to a real story written by a real human, the Matchstick Mouse, Merry Little Christmas. The holiday season had arrived in Matchstick Mouse's burrow. "Christmas time is here," cheered Matchstick Mouse. "It's simply the most wonderful time of the year." Merrily, Matchstick Mouse, Worm, and Cat Beetle decorated their freshly cut Christmas tree. Berry baubles, tickly tinsel, sweet and sticky candy canes. Oh, what fun! This year, it was Cat Beetle's turn to place the star. "Shine bright, little star," they sang. Matchstick Mouse carefully arranged her little wooden nativity crib just the way she liked it. "We mustn't forget the reason for the season. Happy birthday, baby Jesus," the mouse whispered softly. Settling down by the warmest of winter fires, Matchstick Mouse clicked-clacked away on her knitting. "Our special guest will be arriving soon, Worm. Just enough time to finish my gift. Knit one, purl one," she hummed happily. Matchstick Mouse loved everything about Christmas. The sparkly decorations, the tasty treats, singing jolly holiday carols, but her favorite part by far was giving gifts. "I do hope we have enough wrapping paper," she thought. "No peeking, Worm." As the snow fell softly outside, Matchstick Mouse smiled, remembering Aunt Tilly and her famous Christmas chocolate chip and cheese chunkies. "Say that 10 times fast," Aunt Tilly would always say and giggle. In no time at all, it was bedtime. "Santa's on his way," Matchstick Mouse announced with glee, setting down a plate of gooey, freshly baked cookies. Cat Beetle followed behind carefully with a tiny acorn of milk. Tomorrow was Christmas Day. "Santa came! Santa came! There are presents for everyone!" "Oh my! Oh my!" Matchstick Mouse squeaked with delight. "Just what I wished for! Thank you, Santa! Thank you, Mrs. Claus!" Traditions are funny little things. Matchstick Mouse always made marshmallow pancakes for Christmas morning breakfast. It just wouldn't be Christmas without them. Matchstick Mouse, Worm, and Cat Beetle had just finished their breakfast when there was a knock-knock on the burrow door. "It's Owl!" they cheered. "Merry Christmas! Come in and warm your feathers by the fire." "Handmade with love just for you, Owl. I hope it keeps you cuddly and warm," Matchstick Mouse gleamed with pride. The little kitchen was a hub of excitement as preparations for Christmas dinner were well underway. Everything smelled delicious. They had crunchy nuts and juicy winter berries, squishy mashed potatoes and snippets of rosy red cabbage, plus a whole Brussels sprout. It's going to be a festive feast, the friends announced. Merry Christmas, one and all, they cheered. Happy holidays, big and small. Nestled warmly, all snug in her bed, Matchstick Mouse smiled. With a full belly and her best friends by her side, this really was the merriest little Christmas ever. The end. Okay, that was Matchstick Mouse, Merry Little Christmas, and I will link that in the show notes for you. Do check that out if you have young children you want to give some gifts to. There are a lot of Matchstick Mouse books available. I think books can be some of the best gifts you give somebody. This year, give the gift of books to the little ones in your life and make it extra special and read it aloud to them. I read aloud to my children, as you know, and those are moments I would never trade for anything. You know, as I compare the two stories here, I think what's missing is what Morgan's story had that the AI story doesn't, and that is heart, love, a soul. I don't know. This is a crazy idea, I know, but Morgan, that was such a sweet story. Thank you for letting me read it. It was a privilege to be able to share your story on this podcast. I do want to open it up. If you're an author or hope to be a writer someday and you've written a story that you'd like me to read on the podcast, I would love to do that and help get your story out to people who might be listening. I've got plans to be podcasting throughout all of next year. And you know what would be better for those dreaded spring and summer months than reading some original Christmas stories from you folks. So if you're a writer, let's see your story. And I just wanted to say thank you to Morgan and many other followers of the podcast, with folks like Angela, my sister Karen, so many others I can't even think of off the top of my head. You folks have made this experience very, very special. And I can't believe in January we're going to start our 6th season of the show. That's crazy. And I never thought I would make it 150 episodes. And here we are. So here's to another 150 or more. There's so much uncertainty about the year ahead, but let's make 2025 the best year ever. By spreading Christmas cheer, by honoring Christmas in our heart and keeping it all the year. And we do that by being kind, showing love and support to those in our life. That's how we're going to get through. Okay, enough of the mushy stuff. I've got Gracie on the show today, and we're going to spend some time talking about what we've been up to this Christmas season, some things we're looking forward to doing, and we're going to start something I call Ask Gracie Anything. All right, with that, let's check in and see how Gracie's doing. Today, I have Grace finally back on the podcast.
Hasn't it been like a year?
It's been a while, yeah.
I think it was last Christmas.
Right, so we got to catch up on you. First of all...
Oh, yes. So much happens.
A lot has happened. Let's see, you're 15 now.
Yep.
10th grade.
Yep.
Still like Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Obviously.
That's good. Still like Christmas cookies?
Oh, yes. I cannot wait to start the baking festivities.
Well, what do we got to talk about? I've got some questions. I'll probably actually record all these questions, but then I might not put them all in one episode.
Who are these questions from?
Who is your favorite Christmas podcaster? Just kidding. Okay.
I knew that.
Okay. First of all, let's talk some Christmassy stuff.
Okay. I'm down.
Saturday, we have a big Christmas thing we're doing.
Yes.
Local community theater is doing what they're calling Home for the Holidays. It's like a Christmas variety show. It's going to have music and skits and all kinds of fun stuff.
Mostly that, though.
Yeah.
A lot of music, because we're nerds, you know. But
a couple things. I'm actually going to be involved in this as well.
Yes.
I mentioned in a previous episode depending on when this comes out. I get a chance to play Scrooge in like a 15-minute parody version of A Christmas Carol.
A comical, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
let's talk about that one first because it's all about
Yes.
me and I'm excited.
Well, I'm Jacob Marley. Come on.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
So, because they were desperate for people to be in the skit. Grace is playing Jessica Marley.
Yeah, I'm a girl now.
We had to change that.
Not my like optimal role, but someone needed to do it, so why not? Sometimes in the theater life, you just kind of got to deal with it, even if it's not what you wanted.
Right, and Tiny
Words of
Tim.
advice.
Tiny Tim is played by a little girl as well, but that's not so unusual because the Christmas Carol stage play that you're going to see later this month.
I'm so excited.
Often casts a girl as Tiny Tim.
Mm-hmm.
You can get away with that.
Yeah.
The play is, I mean, it's like I said, 15 minutes. It hits the main points, but it's really silly and fun. Scrooge is mean to poor Bob Cratchit, and then he goes home. He gets visited by 3 ghosts. We've got four technically. So there's Jessica Marley, played by Grace.
Hi.
And then there's the ghost of Christmas Past, which is in this version, it's played by Belle, who is Scrooge's ex-fiancée. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then
Enjoy.
my favorite part is the ghost of Christmas Presents, and she's dressed up like a giant present.
she in fact is a present.
And it's really funny because Scrooge is sleeping, he's snoring, hamming it up, and so the ghost of Christmas Presents come out.
You could just hear her waddle on like.
Yeah. And she can't wake me up, so she digs under my bed and pulls out the cymbal and smashes it really loud and blasts me out of bed.
It's amazing. I swear, every time she does that, your reaction is genuine because she moves so quietly. You never really know when they're right behind you. Although, technically, because you can hear her rummaging for the cymbal, but still, even when they're coming behind you and like whispering in your ear or whatever, like the ghosts, I still always see you jump a little, like you weren't expecting that. Like,
yeah, I'm a jumpy guy. What can I say? But yeah, the lady playing the Ghost of Christmas Presents is really just very over the top, cheerful, and excited and happy. And
yeah.
I play Scrooge, kind of grouchy,
polar opposite,
grouchy and grumpy, and we just really have a good feedback on that, I think, or back and forth. And so she's like pulling me out of bed and she says like, come on, we're gonna go stare into people's windows without their permission or knowledge. And Scrooge is like, well, that seems kind of weird and illegal. You know.
Yeah, lots of silly stuff,
yeah.
And just stupid.
And then the Ghost of Christmas Future, or Yet to Come, is played by my wife, and this ghost is dressed up like a rapper, and so she raps all of her lines, only her character isn't very good at rapping, so some of them are like bad rhymes and silly.
Yeah.
But she
actually made them herself. She switched the lines because originally the script had lines that she could say, but she was struggling to like make them into a concise, like flowing rapness thing. Words.
That's a word. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word. Definitely. I still don't know how to speak English in case anyone cared, but so she kind of rewrote them to stay on theme, but be able to rhyme so she could rap them better, which was smart.
And so I don't know. My wife and I, we have good chemistry and can joke around. You know how married couples are. You know, they have that unspoken language they can communicate sometimes. So we can really feed off each other. But that's a lot of fun. And then, I mean, just real quick, you know, what changes him is that he, the Ghost of Christmas Future, says you don't have a future because your greed is stressing you out. And so then I panic and want there to be, you know, oh, like, what am I going to do? I don't want to die, you know, all that. So
you whip out a turkey.
That's right.
From your basement. Well,
no,
under your bed.
Under your bed. I pull out this turkey dinner, and it's just an inflatable turkey, but I pull it out.
It looks so nasty.
It really does.
So I think the design was supposed to be like little burnt or like cooked marks on this turkey, but it just looks like dirt and mold and like things are growing on it, which really adds to the humor, I feel.
It has been under Scrooge's bed, so.
Yeah. I love that we just keep like entire turkeys under our bed now.
Well, yeah, so I pull it out and I look at the audience and say, what? Sometimes I like to have breakfast in bed. Sue me, and then I run over to Bob's house, give him the turkey dinner, give him $5, try to call it good. But then the ghost of Christmas future comes again and tells me, you're still being greedy. So she like forces me to give Bob a promotion and then forces me again to give Tiny Tim health insurance. And it's like pulling teeth from a chicken. Is that the phrase? Pulling hen's teeth? I don't know. Anyway, it's really funny, and we ham it up big time. And right at the very end, Scrooge, after having to eat ramen, I guess, decides that maybe he is glad to be happy after all, or to be generous after all. So
he somewhat turns to the bright side, although he's very stubborn till the very end.
Yeah.
And that could just be how you portray it, but also it's kind of not. Like it's just like he was very, very stubborn. He didn't really have a character development that much.
Yeah, well,
he just kind of stayed grumpy and like, oh, why? Like all grumpy and like.
Yeah, yeah. And... I told the guy directing that I wasn't really that convinced by Scrooge's change in this version, and he thought I meant about my performance, and he said, no, it's fine, it's great, but I was like, no, I just mean like the writing, but there's only so much you can do in 15 minutes, and
right.
It's supposed to be funny.
The point gets across,
yeah,
so
yeah, it's just a very highlighted version, but I would love to do something like this, like a full length play, that's silly as this was,
but like a funny full length play, or just regular, I guess. But
yeah, no, but it's been a blast, and I've been enjoying, because we're gonna bring people Christmas cheer, and that's been fun to
it's just fun to give
back to the community and in that way, but also to be to bring them laughter. I know in some of your songs you're gonna sing. You've already brought some people tears.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mom told you that. So Grace and her friend are going to sing
Oh Holy Night.
Yep.
So we and my brother is going to accompany us on the piano, and I sing melody and she sings harmony, and it's just really pretty. And
I sing off key.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me that like I'm going this far, or I've made it this far in my like singing, performing kind of, not career, but like journey, I would say, because I don't know, I'm nervous, but it's nice to get over those fears and just keep exposing myself to let me finish the sentence. Just like exposing myself to bigger audience. No, wait, that sounds bad. Stop.
Sorry.
Or like challenging myself by performing for bigger audiences and really like getting over that fear, and like then it becomes easier. And I heard something I really like, and it's that you don't learn how to get over the nerves, but you learn how to cope with the nerves. You learn how to get past them, and once you get going, it becomes less like I'm going to die. And if worst comes to worst, the audience will probably be filled with 50% of old people who will just be sweet and not really care what you sound like. So
nice. Yeah.
If worse comes to worse, there's at least one grandma out there who's like just smiling and like, whatever. But yeah. And then Mom and I are doing Mary Did You Know? That's my favorite, I would say, religious Christmas song. I just think it's gorgeous. So, and again, my brother's accompanying us. It's been sounding pretty good lately, I think. So I'm pretty excited to perform it for everyone and show everyone what I've been working on, and just hopefully I don't screw it up, but that's okay if I do. It happens to everyone. So
well, I'm gonna record it, and I know I'll be able to share it with family. I know with like music restrictions and stuff, I'm not sure I'll be able to share it online, but I'll see if I can, because I know several of you have already said you would hope to see some of it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they record our Christmas Carol skit because I think it's going to be funny. I have never practiced so much for just 15 minutes of a play, but we've been meeting twice a week for about an hour each time, running through the skit and trying different things.
But it's been fun. Like, it's been a good experience, and it's a lot of good, fun people who make it fun. Not just
usually something like this, I would just ad-lib for 15 minutes and call it good. But,
literally.
But part of it is, they're trying to showcase what the community theater can do.
Yes.
So since this is my first involvement with it, I'm really nervous. I want to make sure I do good.
Oh, you're going to do fabulous.
Because
you're doing great. I don't know.
I've never really been in a play like this before outside of like a school or church setting. So,
but it'll be a fun experience,
Well, I have had fun already, and the last few years,
it is a fun experience.
Mom's tried to get me to try out for the plays and musicals, and I'm like, I don't want to. But now I'm like, you're trying to stop me from trying out. I want to go try out for everything now. I got the theater bug.
And now that they know your name.
That's right.
And they know you're capable of doing good things and, like, doing a good job at your part, they're probably more likely to, like, they know your name is good. And
Broadway, here I come. I'm going to be in Hamilton next year on Broadway.
That would be so fun. I want to be on Broadway, but that's a big dream.
And then I'm going to be playing Elphaba in Wicked.
Oh my goodness.
They're going to gender swap that, so I'm going to be the Wicked Wizard of the West.
I want to see that movie so bad.
Me too.
Got to see the Wicked movie. Okay, I'm so off topic, but
I've never seen the musical.
Just like,
I haven't even heard any music from it.
If any of you listeners have seen that, what did you think of it? Did you think it was good?
I have heard nothing but good things, except from people who are jerks and weren't happy about
the casting
choices. Mm-hmm. I wasn't quite sure about Ariana Grande, whatever her name is, because I see her, I thought, would she be too distracting? But from the clips I've seen, she's actually acting. And
because before she was famous for her singing, she was an actress. So
and she's not singing like her pop star persona. She's actually singing.
I sorry to interrupt, but she is a very diverse vocalist because she's got that pop star-y voice. But I've also seen clips of her sing like. She's a very good, like, impressionist. Like, she can do lots of different tones, types of singing, like, range. Like, she's very talented. So, it does not surprise me at all, But, yeah.
My favorite performance of hers is actually on Saturday Night Live, which is a comedy show.
Oh, where she's,
She sings a song called My Best Friend's House.
Yes.
It starts off like this really sweet bop song, and then it turns dark.
And really, really, like really dark and dark humor. Yes.
Well, I don't know if I should say, but just go and watch it if you haven't. It's hilarious.
I've also seen videos of her on Jimmy Fallon, and she does this like wheel of like where you just get a random song and a random other like pop star singer or like just other vocalists, and she has to try to like do her best impression of them. It's so funny. Like, she's actually so good. It's so creepy. Like it's just it is creepy.
She's
ridiculous.
Impressively good actress. I didn't even realize. So
because I'm pretty sure that's what she was famous for first. But I'm not certain
she was
on
in
that.
some TV show, I think. But
yeah.
Anyway, we have to go see it. So we're gonna go see that right now. Just kidding.
I'm down.
All right, so let's see. We covered Christmas Carol and Wicked and Ariana Grande.
Ariana
Grande.
Or Ariana if you want to be fancy. But I think it's Ariana. I don't know.
She has a Christmas song or two out.
Yes, I love her Christmas songs. They're funny.
I don't know if I've heard them. I should put them on my playlist. I like a good bop.
That Santa Tell Me songs by her. And she also sang a couple of just regular Christmas songs. Like I'm pretty sure she sang Last Christmas. She sang Last Christmas.
Oh.
I feel like her music for Christmas is more like youthful though.
Taylor Swift sang Last Christmas on her very small, seldom heard Christmas album. Taylor, since I know you listen to the show, Taylor, first of all, hi. Sorry about the restraining order.
Dad.
No,
don't post that.
But anyway, What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we need more Christmas music from you. Take a break from all the pop stuff and do a Christmas album, please.
I don't think Taylor Swift actually listens, Dad.
Oh, she does. She totally listens. I tag her in every episode. Let's see. Okay. Oh, all right. So we're gonna start something. This might be an ongoing series.
Or it won't because
I'm lazy.
We never have time to interview.
Right. So I'm gonna get through a lot of these questions. I might cut them up over the next couple of episodes.
I'm excited.
This is called a new segment called Ask Gracie Anything. So.
Well, almost anything.
I was going to say, just remember she's a 15-year-old girl, and I will hunt you down, and I will gut you like a fish if you're not nice to her.
Is that from...
That's from The Grinch.
The Grinch? Yeah. I thought so.
If you leave so much as one word, I will hunt
you down and gut you like a fish.
All right.
We need to watch that.
First question that came in is from Jerry D. He's the host of the Totally Rad Christmas podcast.
I'm sure you're great.
I've been on several times.
Is that? Oh yeah, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, and he's been on my show. Yeah.
Hey Jerry.
Anyway, Jerry asked, "You're spending Christmas with the Glo-Friends in Glowland. What Christmas side dish do you bring?"
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I said, "I don't know if she knows about the Glo-Friends," and he said something like, "Well, that's why it'll be funny." So.
Well, can I have an explanation, a brief explanation as to these things?
Glo-Friends are these weird characters from the 1980s.
Uh-huh.
And they were like bugs that glowed in the dark, and they marketed a bunch of toys.
Yeah.
So there's a picture of them.
Oh, okay.
There's like Glow Granny and a Glow Worm, a Glow Snail, a lot of different toys. And,
okay.
and those toys would glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so there was a Christmas special that they did that
had Christmassy. Like,
I watched it, and I was on Jerry's show talking about it. So he wanted to know, what Christmas side dish would you bring, basically, to
like if we were having a dinner or like a meal?
Yeah, we were having dinner with the Glo-Friends in Glowland.
I just wish I knew more about them. Like what they're like.
I don't know. It's a really weird. It's like
if they have a personality and like match the food to that. You know what I mean?
Imagine a sweet cartoon of glow in the dark bugs that was written by somebody really high on pot.
Okay, got it.
I don't know.
I'd bring. Is this a Christmas like thing or is it just regular?
What the show?
No, like the food, the meal.
Yeah, it's Christmas side dish.
It's Christmas, Christmas side dish, right. I think I'd bring cookies that look like each one of the characters, and then they'd have to choose which of their friends they have to eat.
Oh, dark. Nice. I like it.
Just kidding. Or I could bring something sweet, just like a nice snack. But that's not as fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know anything about that. But...
I had forgotten about them, to be honest, until I saw that, and I remember I had all these like childhood memories unlocked watching this special. I mean, there was like the bad guy is like a witch or something, or a wizard.
Maybe I'd make a bunch of cookies that look like the bad guy, and then we can all eat the bad guy.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry, I watched this episode and talked to you about it, and I can't remember anything about the show now. It's like I blanked it from my mind.
You know, that's okay.
The special was called The Glo-Friends Save Christmas. And
fun.
Yeah, that's all I got. So, there is a glow turtle even. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Cute.
Okay, it's the Wicked Witch of the North Pole tries to ruin Christmas by capturing Santa Claus. When the Glo-Friends find out about the witch's evil plans, they try and rescue Santa before it's too late.
Ooh.
That's right. There was a moose character, and the moose, the voice of the moose was played by the guy who did the voice for Garfield.
Oh, that's awesome.
So now it's all coming back.
Yeah.
Wow, talk about a short-term memory. All right, so that was a weird question. The rest I have are going to be more normal. So
not that there's anything wrong with weird questions. I like weird. I am weird.
But
I also like deep, thought-provoking questions because...
Sure. So if you have questions for Gracie, send them in to cozychristmaspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, I'd love to answer your questions.
Or on social media, or post it, or just whatever. Get it to me somehow and ask her Christmas-related questions. Ask her some decorating advice, cooking advice. Weird questions are fine. Just be appropriate. I know how the internet can be. She does not do feet pics. Sorry.
No, I do
gross.
not for free.
Oh.
Just kidding, guys. Don't get any ideas.
Okay, well,
Edit that out.
All right, so that was my conversation with Gracie, and I do want to say that the holiday variety show that we were talking about went off wonderfully. It was a fantastic night of music and a couple of skits, and including the Christmas Carol skit I was in. I got to just have the most fun playing a grouchy, grumpy Scrooge who changes only at the very last second of the play. And even then, I'm not quite sure it was convincing. So that was really neat. And this is what's been fun about being a part of a play, even a short one. It's just seeing people come together to make something special happen. But because our skit was about a quarter of the way into the program, I was able to go out into the audience and enjoy the rest of the night's performances. And Grace, she sang 2 duets, one with a friend and then one with her mom. She sang "Oh Holy Night" and then "Mary, Did You Know?" And if I'm able to, I might post those videos on my Facebook page, on the podcast Facebook page. Gracie is developing into such a beautiful singer, folks. It's incredible. Brought tears to my eyes. She did such a good job. She and her friend especially have been learning and growing in their singing ability, and it is just a beautiful thing to hear. And then there were a few surprises during the night, including the last performance was a man from the community that nobody really knew, and he had just shown up for auditions back when we had them, and auditioned singing Silent Night a cappella, and it was astounding the way he sounded. Incredibly pure voice. When they brought him out on stage, it was obvious to tell he had a visual impairment. He was blind, and it looked like he had some kind of other physical disabilities. But then he opened his mouth and began to sing, and you could hear a pin drop in the audience. Everyone was just enraptured by this man's voice. It was one of the most special and oddly sacred moments of my life, of just hearing this man using his ability to sing to spread the message of Christmas. Wow, it was just incredible. So a really great night. And let me encourage you, if you have something in your community that is like a Christmas variety show or community theater Christmas event, or some kind of community choir concert going on, let me encourage you to go, just to be a part of your neighborhood, to celebrate the season. It's really worth the time. And I don't know about your concerts, but ours had cookies, and that's just a win-win all around. So a really great night that spread Christmas cheer. Next episode, we will be continuing with our story of Old Christmas. So we'll cover the chapter called Christmas Eve, and we'll find out the author's experiences of Christmas Eve at Bracebridge Manor. And then after that comes Christmas Day, and then Christmas Dinner are the 2 other remaining chapters. And then if I have time, hopefully I'll have a few other stories I'll read between now and Christmas. A lot of fun yet to come. Well, that will wrap things up for today. As always, You can reach out to me at cozychristmaspodcast@gmail.com. Let me know how your Christmas is going. What are your favorite Christmas foods? Questions you have for Gracie? cozychristmaspodcast@gmail.com. There are ways you can help support the podcast in a financial way. You can check out the show notes for that. And if you'd like any donations made, I'll send you a bookmark and sticker and Christmas card. And my deep gratitude. You guys, I couldn't do it without you. All right, with that, be kind to each other. And remember, let us honor Christmas in our heart and try to keep it all the year. Have a very Merry Christmas.